Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do before we get into searching for exploits, because this one doesn't really involve an exploit, but it's very useful to know about. So, we're gonna take advantage of Telnet really quickly. So, Telnet's a remote management service, as you know, that runs over port 23. If you remember from that section, I also just brought it up. Anything over Telnet is unencrypted, and that's why they replaced it with SSH. So if it's used, and I've seen this in corporate environments on different assessments that Telnet is actually used. You can actually use a protocol analyzer to sniff the traffic. Because it's sent in plain text, it's not encrypted, so we can actually read everything that's being sent over that port. So what we can use is an application that's called Wireshark Protocol Analyzer. It's going to allow us to sniff all of the traffic on the network and be able to find exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and switch over to our VMs and get things going. Okay, so we're back on our Kali Linux machine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to use Wireshark to actually capture credentials being sent in plain text over Telnet. So I have my Metasploitable machine running. I also have my Windows 10 machine running for later, but my Metasploitable machine is running. I know the IP address. So what we're gonna want to do is actually open up Wireshark. So it's just gonna be a sudo Wireshark, and it should open up. It'll probably ask you for your password. So I know that the Ethernet connection for this network is ETH1, and you can confirm that on your own. Just go and do an ifconfig command from the terminal, and you'll be able to figure it out. So this is the interface of Wireshark. So what you're going to want to do, like I just said, is choose the interface that you want to listen over. We want to listen over this one. As you can see, that's the subnet right there. This 192.168.56 subnet. That's the subnet for my host only VirtualBox network. So I'm going to double click that one and choose to listen over it. So what it's going to do is going to start to capture packets that are actually running over this network. So the one thing I will bring up is that with VirtualBox, there's some limitations with network capturing. So instead of having another device try to log into the Metasploitable over Telnet and capturing it, what we're going to do is we're going to try to capture the traffic coming from this Kali machine logging over into it, since we do know the credentials. But it's going to be the same. Like you would see it if like this was like a regular network with actual machines, you would be able to see the traffic here as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So we have Wireshark running. As you can see, it's capturing packets and stuff. It's just capturing all the different little packets running across the network right now. Not really too important, what's going on right now. So what we want to do is actually initiate like a Telnet connection over to our Metasploitable machine. And when we do that, we'll be able to come into Wireshark and play with some filters and actually be able to see what happens. So what we'll want to do is actually go over here, and if we're going to use the Telnet command. If you don't have it installed, you could just do a quick sudo apt install Telnet and it'll install it. I didn't have it on here for some odd reason. I thought it came by default. So we're going to do 192.168.56.104 because I know that is my Metasploitable box, and then we're going to put a port number. So we want to connect over port 23. So now we're getting the login screen, as we can see, and it's asking me for the login. So MSF admin, and then password MSF admin. Now, of course, you wouldn't be doing this on an assessment. You would be capturing somebody else logging in. But like I said, network limitations with VirtualBox. But this is the same thing if you were like on an actual network. Is what you were seeing. So let's say I'm an administrator on this network and I just logged in here and I'm doing stuff. Cool. So if we go back over to our Wireshark, we're gonna see, hey, there's some Telnet traffic right here. So what we can do is actually use this filter, and there's a lot of different filters that you can do here. Like you can you can search by IP address and only show things that have that IP address as destination or source. You can search by port. But what we're gonna do is just type in Telnet, hit enter, and now it's going to actually show us all the Telnet packets that it's actually captured right now. So what we're going to want to do is actually look for the one. So you see like this gobbledygook down here. So what we're gonna do is scroll through these packets and look for the one that says password. It might take you a second, but you'll typically find it. It'll say password. See, I just went past this. So that one says password right there. So when we find that one, we're just gonna right click it, hit follow, and then TCP stream. And then bam, now it's actually showing us everything that was sit over in plain text. So as you can see, it's saying the login. It's a little bit misconstrued. I believe it has something to do with VirtualBox. It has MSF admin, then has the password right here as MSF admin. So we just found some credentials in plain text. So now you can actually go. We know it works, but you can actually go and actually log in now to that machine using those credentials. And now you've officially technically launched your first attack on a machine. So that'll get you in there. So when you're on assessment, be sure to look out for Telnet. So now let's get into searching for and understanding some actual exploits.